Okay, now I want to go quickly through this passage just so we make sure everyone's got the pshat, and I'm going to add in a few. I'm mostly going to leave the translation column blank because I don't think you need it. I will add in a few little pieces in the meaning column over here that I might type in as we go along. We'll see how it goes. So, V'af Rabban Gamliel haya baba sfina. So Rabban Gamliel, now notice we have changed characters. We've gone from Rabbi Yeshua to now to Rabban Gamliel. We'll talk about why that change happens. But he was traveling in a boat. Two things to know about Rabban Gamliel. He was the Nasi, right? He was the political leader. He was therefore, he's featured in a lot of rabbinic stories as being the go-between between the Jewish community and the Roman government. Therefore, he's pictured often traveling on boats, presumably to meet with various officials and intercede for various things. So he's the Nasi, so that's why he's traveling in a boat. Secondly, he is at sea, which obviously is relevant to the story. Okay. Amad alav nachshol letavo. Right? A nachshol, amad alav, stood over him, letavo, to drown him. You should hopefully have noticed the language parallel. Amad alav litavo. Did it drown him? Oh no, it did not drown him. It stood over him to drown him. Just like a certain other inanimate object leaned to fall, but didn't fall. This, by the way, is a good reason to think that when the walls were falling in the Beit Midrash earlier in the story, that the whole point was they were going to fall right onto the heads of the rabbis. The rabbis were inside, not outside, because that makes the parallel much stronger. Okay. Amar. He sees this tidal wave rising up over him to drown him. And while you might think, oh my god, I'm gonna die, he thinks, Kim dumeli she'ein ze ella bishvil Rabbi Eliezer ben Hyrcanus. It seems to me, right, that this is nothing but, or this must be, bishvil Rabbi Eliezer ben Hyrcanus. It must be for or on behalf of Rabbi Eliezer. That for or on behalf of is going to be really important to us. But notice first that he immediately assumes that the wave is representing Rabbi Eliezer. Assumes a connection to Rabbi Eliezer's expulsion. Amad al raglav ve'amar. Again, see the language parallels. He rises up on his feet and says, Ribono shel olam. Where did we see that phrase before? Galui v'yadu levanecha. Right, it is, this. We see this phrase in Tefillot all the time. You know. Now here it's tricky. Shelo lichvodi asiti. Okay, you got to switch the word order around to get it. I did it not for my honor. V'lo lichvod beit Abba asiti. I did it not for my family's honor. Right? He's the Nasi, so unlike other rabbinic figures, his position and honor are hereditary and okay, about his family too. Ela lichvodcha, but rather for your honor. Meaning, I did it, the thing that is in question here, for your sake. I did it for you. This thing that seems to have gotten you, God, so upset. You had come down on Rabbi Eliezer's side, and even though we have a little thing saying that God said Nitzchuni Banai and accepts it, we also have burning fires and raging tidal waves. I did it for your honor. Why? How is it for your honor? Shelo yarbu machlokot b'Yisrael. That machlokot, that disputes, should not multiply. Multiply in Israel. Okay? I did it so that disputes should not multiply in Israel. Meaning what? Meaning that he is claiming that expelling Rabbi Eliezer was necessary to prevent, essentially, the endless proliferation of debate, difference, argument, etc. We will talk about what's the basis of his claim, and are we convinced by that claim? But his claim to God is this was required to prevent a proliferation of debates about the meaning of Torah. Nach hayam mizapo. Right, the sea calmed from its zaf, from its rage. So, essentially, God accepts Rabban Gamliel's argument. Okay, we will talk through this sugya, this part of the story more in class. I want you to go back and pay attention to all of the parallels between Rabban Gamliel and Rabbi Yoshua and what they all mean. See you on Tuesday.